This is the regular meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, July the 8th. Please stand for our invocation led by Tom Hurd, Public Safety Chaplain, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, send down upon those who hold office in this city the spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice, that with steadfast purpose they may faithfully serve in their offices to promote the well-being of all people. We ask your loving care and mercy on all those impacted by the flash floods in Texas and for the protection of all who are called to be helpers in the recovery from that disaster. Finally, we ask your blessing upon all your children and your assistance to always bless your holy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, President Small,
Here.
Vice President Gregory, Councilmember Penn,
Here.
Councilmember Carroll,
Here.
Councilmember Reynolds,
Here.
Councilmember Daves,
Here.
Councilmember Woods.
Here.
Statement of rules.
And good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It's good to see everyone this morning. Welcome to our July 8th, 2025 meeting. At this meeting, we do have rules. At this time, I ask if anyone have any type of electronic device, including cell phones, please at this time put on the off or the vibrate position, the off or the vibrate position. Any person that desiring to address the Mobile City Council must sign in indicating the resolution, the ordinance, or public hearing agenda item before entering the meeting. When addressing the council, the speaker must give his or her name. Any person that desiring to speak to the council on a non-agenda item must contact the city clerk office no later than 2:00 p.m. the Thursday prior to the council meeting. The subject that he or she wishes to express to the Mobile City Council must be identified and pertain to the city of Mobile business. Anyone who has not given proper notice to the city clerk office and wish to speak on a non-agenda item will not be allowed to address this council. Each speaker is allowed 3 minutes to address the council. A bell will sound to indicate the end of 2 minutes. 1 minute remains for summarizing. Second bell indicates that your time has expired. When addressing the council, there is to be no personal address to any individual council members. All statements are to be made to the chair, who will recognize any council member who wishes to respond. To maintain decorum, there will be no undue applause or public outcry allowed. Madam Clerk.
Approval of minutes of July 1st.
So move. Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes approved.
Communications from Mayor Stimpson.
Good morning. Good to see everybody. Appreciate you coming. I have several announcements this morning. One is, was this made available outside or just to the city councilors?
It was made available outside, Mayor, and there'll be copies outside as well.
There'll be copies outside.
Yes, sir.
I would suggest that anybody that's here today, that they're interested in the finances of the city of Mobile. Now, this is actually probably a year, somewhat dated now, it's a year old, but it shows the correct trends. It's called the PAFR. It's expressed in simple terms, graphs, charts, so that really anybody can understand the city finances. If you were to compare this to the real financial report, the real financial report's about 1 3/4 thick, and you need to be an accountant or an attorney to understand it. But we publish this so the citizens will know what's going on. A couple of things, when you get this, I would suggest that you maybe read the last page first, because it's the definitions. And if you don't know what the definitions are, you may not understand what some of the graphs are recommending. Another page I would point out that right in the very center has to do with what we own as a city and what do we owe. But there's another graph that shows what's happening with the debt. It's on page 14, how over the last 12 years that we have worked diligently to pay the debt down. And so I think it's very important. I'll just wait a minute. So, back to the finances. Anyway, I think that you'll find it very interesting. And again, the things that you see in here on a trend line, there's nothing that we know of that's going to be different when the next year's report is published, other than the debt will continue to be paid down and things continue to be, we continue to be on solid financial footing. One of the things that we talk about within the administration is that this is for the city at wide, and it's for your home also. If the money doesn't work, then really nothing works. So you've got to be able to manage your finances in order for things to go properly. And we're very, very fortunate to have a great finance team, finance department, but also supervisors and administrators that understand the significance of the finances. So I want to thank everybody for their contribution to it. So we've got a couple of announcements and then one presentation. The first announcement has to do with free admission to the Mobile Museum of Art. I want to just thanks to a grant from the Caring Foundation, and that's C-A-R-I-N-G, Caring Foundation. It's for Alabama residents can visit the Mobile Museum of Art on Thursdays through September 30th, and they can visit it for free. Mobile County residents already enjoy free Thursday admission thanks to the Mobile County Commission, but that's in addition to the programs offering free admissions to SNAP recipients, active duty service members, military families, veterans, teachers, and first responders. It's really a perfect time right now to visit the Mobile Museum of Art. Director John Carfagno and his staff are doing a great job engaging the community. They recently set a record for monthly attendance with over 3,000 visitors this past June. Everybody, I know that John is here. John, if you and any of your team members, would y'all please stand and wave your hand? Just y'all wave at. Let's give them a big round of applause. They're doing an outstanding job. So the next is a Public Works Employee of the Month, and that's Nick Amberg is going to present the award to Lachey Williams.
Button on the right.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Mayor, Council,
Good
staff.
morning.
This morning, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Lachey Williams as Public Works, Engineering, and Infrastructure's Employee of the Month. Lachey is Engineering's Fiscal Officer and has been since July of 2023. If you ask Lachey, what does the Engineering's Fiscal Officer do? I think you'd be surprised to learn she spends a lot of money. Mayor, we kind of apologize in advance. We got to collect it, but she spends it all. In other words, she pays a lot of bills. I mean, a lot of bills. So all of the resurfacing projects, the sidewalk projects, the drainage projects, the bridge projects, all those payments to contractors and consultants go through Lachey. In recent years, as you may know, it's been tens of millions of dollars. On some of the resurfacing projects alone, 1 month's invoice can exceed $1 million. I mean, it's just, we always kid about that. We're going to take the payment and run away. She hadn't ran yet, so she's doing her job excellent. A few more notable characteristics about Lachey that make her deserving of this recognition. She's helped to hire and train other fiscal officers for other departments. That's just incredibly important as the other departments are spending money on all these infrastructure projects as well. She always has a positive attitude that spreads to other employees and departments, and Lachey, we are very, very grateful for that. This is something that it's a personal characteristic of hers that she's done that I wish all the other employees of the city and even the county would take advantage of. She's utilized the training through the Mobile County Personnel Board to gain additional work skills and gain increased knowledge, and that's allowed us to be able to promote her. Lachey, that showed just tremendous motivation on your part, taking advantage of time where you're not processing an invoice to better yourself. We're grateful for that. In the last 5 years of her 15 years with the city, she's been able to move through the ranks of OA1 to Fiscal Officer 2 because of this training. Lachey, we are extremely, extremely proud and fortunate to have you as an employee. You set the perfect example, and congratulations.
I just want to say thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So at this time, I'd ask Martin Miller to please come join me at the podium. Martin is going to receive the Exceptional Citizenship Medal. Every now and then you have somebody in your city that really goes above and beyond what would be the normal expectation of any citizen. And typically it's because of they're passionate about something. Martin's passion has to do with our animal shelter, and I would say specifically dogs. So 10 years ago, he landed in Mobile from Scotland. Like a lot of people that grow up overseas, they always dream of going to California. So he went to California and found out the grass was not greener on the other side of the fence, was homesick for Mobile, and then started driving his way back in this direction with his dog, who was an Irish setter. What was the name? Troy. And as it turned out, Troy had cancer. But his heart had been captivated, and when Troy was unable to be saved, then he was trying to figure out, how do I plug in? Well, we're certainly sorry for his loss, but because of the bond that was created there, what he's done for our animal shelter is truly unbelievable. When he's not working, he's volunteering at the animal shelter. And not just volunteering, but he is sending texts, he's sending stories, he's trying to find people to adopt the dogs. I mean, I would say that if probably Robert had the ability to hire 2 or 3 more people, I'm not sure that they could do all the things that Martin is doing on a volunteer basis. So Martin, it gives us great pleasure to present you this Exceptional Citizenship Award. And on behalf of the citizens and the city council, thank you so much. And for all the dogs at the animal shelter, thank you so much for what you're doing. You want to say a couple words to the council?
Thank you very much, everyone. I'd just like to say thank you to Mayor, thank you to Joe Snowden, to Robert and Stacey and all the staff at the animal shelter. As we spoke about earlier on with the Mayor, you're only as good as the team you have around you, and the team that we have at the shelter, from the leadership all the way down, has just been fantastic. So I just really appreciate everyone involved. Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations to you, man.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. Congratulations. Mr. President, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. I have a proclamation this morning. Can I ask Apollo to come down? Whereas Apollo is a self-taught artist whose work explores African American history, cultural themes, and spiritual awakening. Born Joseph Roy Jackson Jr. on August 26, 1993 in Mobile, Alabama, Apollo artistry journey began early with his grandfather recognizing his potential as a child and encouraging him to draw. And whereas Apollo attended Dunbar Performance Arts Middle School, where he first began to play multiple instruments, he was voted most talented and won a Mobile County Public School System art competition. Despite not being enrolled in any art classes, his love for music continued through high school at Murphy High School, where he won the Bayfest Music Scholarship several years in a row and won a school-wide art competition. Then he made the best decision of his life by graduating from the best high school in the world, John L. LaFleur High School. That's right, yes, sir. His musical talents also earned him a full ride scholarship to Alabama A&M University, where he pursued music performance at the collegiate level. Whereas Apollo professional artistry journey began during COVID-19 pandemic, when he convinced the owners of a local lounge to allow him to create his first mural on an alley next door. This marked the beginning of his career as an artist. And since then, he has continued to expand his practice, creating powerful works of art across various mediums. His creation, reflection, Black culture, history, and pride, blending historical storytelling with imagining depiction of Black excellence, resilience, and empowerment. And whereas today, Apollo continues to evolve as an artist and a spiritual being, his art is not just creative expression, it's a beacon of hope and empowerment and a testament to his belief in the power of cultural awareness, liberation of the mind, and the limitless of potential we possess. And now, therefore, I, Councilman Corey Penn of District 1, and the members of the Mobile City Council recognize and honor and celebrate Apollo done at the City of Mobile, Alabama on this 8th day of July 2025. Can we give him a big hand?
Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I must say, Apollo, that piece of art is very, very beautiful. The details in that art, from the RSA Tower to the Convention Center, I even see the Hall of Fame over there, man. That is unique and remarkable. I would even love to see that displayed somewhere in some type of government facility, because that's a speechless piece of art. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really appreciate y'all.
Let's get close to the
I really
mic.
appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity to come and show my work and just be acknowledged for the work that I've already done. Hopefully, it opens up new doors for more art in the city, to invest in some more art in the city, because there's a lot of empty walls in the city. I get inspired every time I see them. But yeah, I started doing murals, and that's really my love. And it grew onto doing canvas work because I kind of fell in love with being an artist, and I want to challenge myself to get into the real gallery spaces, to be able to actually sell it, other than just looking for a mural to do. But from that challenge, it's come exhibitions, it's come really big opportunities. So I'm really grateful for I don't know, the Most High for putting this gift in me to use, and yeah.
You have a website, or how do you sell them?
July the 11th. So this week I'm dropping my new website. It's yakongoart.com, and I have prints available of this, but and just my portfolio so far.
I would love to have a print. Give us that website one more time.
yakongoart.com is YAKONGOART. yakongoart.com.
That's beautiful, man.
And they can see your art now.
Yeah, at Mobile Museum of Art. Y'all come check me out. Vuzamazulu, the Black Solarium, is at Mobile Museum of Art from June 1st until June 5th to March 1st, 2026. And it's a cultural exhibition dealing with the Abantu. And we, as so-called Black Americans,
our lineage goes into the Abantu people, and you would see some religious groups that we'll call it like Hebrew Israelite, and really that same exact truth is what's being expounded on, but through anthropology and cultural evidence of that. Yes, sir.
Mr. President, John and his staff are here in support of this and taking a lot of photos and videos. So thank you all for coming and being a part of this. And I just wanted to say that it's really interesting to see the progression of your work, including Dunbar and the greatest high school ever was, LaFleur, as well as the Bayfest Scholarship. I love that.
Yeah, I was definitely an avid musician.
Get closer to the
growing
mic.
up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was definitely an avid musician growing up. I'm a fourth generation trumpet player, actually. So music was my life, and I kind of followed. I wanted to be a singer, so I started writing music and things like that. So for about 7 years, I pursued a music career, and COVID happened, right? And I was also do carpentry and landscaping. So my music management, they owned Flavors, the local hookah lounge in Pritchard, and they bought that alley through the Port City Second Liners. And I basically was just, I was helping them put Flavors together, doing the landscaping and the carpentry and getting the club together. And I was just there every day. I was like, hey, let me get out here and paint, man. I can do a little something. I kind of, I convinced them through some drawings. They asked me if I ever did it before. I'm like, no, but I can show you something. I know how to draw. I ended up spending like my own $50, $60 in spray paint, and I sprayed Flavors on the wall, and then they invested all the rest of the paint. From there, the rest is history on that one. Yes, ma'am. But I was definitely a musician. That's what I was going for. I played about 13 instruments. I played everything except for flute, clarinet, and like double reeded instruments like oboe and French bassoon, but like a bass, regular woodwinds. Yeah, I played all of that. I mean brass and woodwinds. I play. I'm a little nervous, y'all. I'm sorry. It's a lot of people.
A lot of talent.
Thank
Thank you
you
so much. Appreciate you being here.
Right.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. My God. Yeah. I appreciate you. Yeah. And next time I'll have a speech prepared. Next time. Yeah. All right. Great. All right. Thank you, brother. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. All right. I'm gonna show y'all a picture one more time just for y'all to get I was inspired by, the opportunity, the information. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna paint a picture to present. So I actually painted this in about 4 days.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah. Madam Clerk.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Agenda is adopted.
Appeals, we have requests for a waiver of the noise ordinance on July the 7th through the 11th on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue and Belsaw Avenue, and October the 18th on South Reed Avenue.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Bill passes.
Public hearings today is a public hearing to consider the application of India Bracy for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to operate a sedan service.
This opened up the public hearing for this particular said item. Is anyone present that would like to address the council on this item? If not, this public hearing is closed.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Creola Ruffin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Creola Ruffin. I'm here on behalf of the Gulf Coast Ethnic and Heritage Jazz Festival, of which our festival will be held the end of this month, July 25th through 27th. This year, we are honoring our jazz legends from the city of Mobile. Mobile has a diverse amount of talent that is all over the world. And as we saw a week or so ago, a lot of our talent was unveiled at the Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame. That was a great event. And we are trying to do the same for musicians. This year, we are honoring our jazz legends, of which one is Fred Wesley of the James Brown Band, a band from the 60s and 70s. Fred travels internationally all over the world, and he is from Mobile, a graduate of Central High School. And also, Fred says that he has traveled all over the world with his band, but he never had the opportunity to play in Mobile, Alabama, his hometown, with his band. So we are getting together a proposal to the county and the city to make that happen, not in July, but later on. So you will receive the proposal. Also, we have Dr. Willie Lee Hill Jr. that will be here. He will get the Jose London Jazz Education Award. And Dr. Hill was a professor of music at the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Dr. Hill is also a past president of the International Jazz Educators Conference. Also coming is Fred Irby, Professor Fred Irby of Howard University. Professor Fred Irby was the founder of the Howard University Jazz Ensemble, who is also known all over the world. So just as sports, of whom we are very enthusiastic, we have people from Mobile that are giants in music. And these two people, Fred Irby and Willie Hill, are graduates from Williamson High School. So these are the people that we are honoring during the activities of the Gulf Coast Ethnic and Heritage Jazz Festival. And also, we would like the city to be involved in that. We will be sending you invitations for our meet and greet so that you can come out and meet these music giants and let them know that the city.
1 second. Can I have someone to give her 1 minute?
I would like to.
1 more minute.
And just to let them know that the city of Mobile love them as much as they love Mobile. They are very excited about coming, and we've got to show our love. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for coming.
Mr. President,
Mr. Penn.
I want to thank Ms. Ruffin for coming down and just sharing about this amazing event and talking about the legends that we have in the city of Mobile. I totally agree. I think we have to figure out how we can talk about our history, our legacy, and there's so many great things here in the city of Mobile that we should be highlighting. And then it's also going to bring tourism and bring people here and celebrating our legends. We have people have received Grammys from Mobile in the music scene, and I think we have to figure this out. So whatever I can do to support, I'm planning on being present. You send that information to me. I would like to be there, but I want to figure this out as well to say, okay, I think this is a great opportunity to celebrate people who have been doing so many great things. And it's a shame that you have somebody who traveled around the world who haven't had the opportunity to play here in this great city of Mobile. So thank you so much for coming down.
Yeah, thank you again. Madam Clerk.
Ty Burden,
That's not present.
Tremaine Williams,
Williams present. Okay.
Reggie Hill regarding ordinance 63036 and resolution 08922.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. To the citizens and stakeholders of Mobile, greetings. Reggie Hill is my name. I rise today to continue these pertinent conversations regarding city business. I'll be pretty brief today. There are only two matters, and I'll come back next week to follow up on some of the other things we discussed the last time, but I felt this was something that I wanted to address. This is kind of a long-term purview of something that was discussed this morning. Let's look first at the 63-036, please. And this is dealing with the record service. I know that there are some concerns that were addressed today which kind of put a scrutinizing light onto the record services. But I want to highlight something. We can't get to Chapter 63 of the Mobile Municipal Code without getting to Chapter 61 of the Mobile Municipal Code. So I want to take this time to ensure that if we're going to pass something like this, that is going to kind of put a undecent light on the record service, we need to ensure that the training is in place before these incidents even happen. And what I mean by that is this. As you all know, I was involved in a traffic incident, which came to be found to be an illegal traffic incident, yet a vehicle had been towed. And so the police do not know what the basic rules are for why towing should even take place. Sometimes we're putting a bad light on these individuals, and it was stemmed from something that shouldn't have happened, and it wasn't organic. So as we go into adjusting and amending ordinances and amending the municipal code, may we please look at everything that leads up to that as well. There's usually a cause that happens before there becomes an effect. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's look lastly, please, at 08-922. This is the critical event discovery software for the Gulf Coast Technology Center. As you all know, it was pretty alarming, the last budget cycle that came around. We're looking at the new report that's here today, and we're preparing supposedly to go into this next fiscal year budget. But we saw where the Gulf Coast Technology and cybersecurity, all of these matters were separated from the previous existing line items and made into their own. So I want us to be very cautious as we began funneling resources, regardless of something even as simple as software, because a lot of people in public don't know, but each of us know down here that there's some unnecessary and unlawful surveillance on individuals. We know that there's invasion of privacy of particular individuals. We know that there's tapping into devices. We know that we're just a year off of when a city enabled a citizen's telecommunication device, in which we're still recovering from right now. And these are things that are stemmed from the Gulf Coast Technology Center. And I'm doing my best to be I would say nice about these matters, but these things are very detrimental to people's livelihoods. And so if we're going to be spending taxpayer resources on these matters, we need to be very vigilant on how we're doing that. So when we look at this matter about the discovery software incident, we need to make sure that the people, excuse me, who should and shouldn't have access are designated and that it's done properly. Thank you all so much for yielding the floor.
Ordinance is held over. 64032, consider rezoning property located at 5105, 5109, and 5111 Overlook Road from R1 to B2. 64033, consider the proposed modification of a previously approved plan unit development for property located at 6109 Howells Ferry Road. 88034, ordinance authorizing the sale of 2976 First Avenue for the purpose of affordable housing.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Penn.
Yes, on 88034, this is an opportunity to provide affordable housing in District 1. Right now it's 16 units, only 4 of the units is being used, so we'll be able to add 11 units for senior citizens, and this is a great opportunity for our community. Most of you all know that, well, if you don't know that, recently a lot of people have come in from out of town, have purchased homes, and they are jacking the prices of rent. You know, now it's very hard to find even a home to rent in certain communities. This gives an opportunity to give affordable homes to our seniors. So I want to commend the administration, and I'm glad to see this happening in District 1 in the Trinity Gardens community. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Penn. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Resolutions held over. 01899, authorized agreement with Chris Murphy to provide racket stringer services. 01901, authorized amendment to purchase and sale agreement with One Water LLC. 21905 and 906 are authorizing contracts with ECS Southeast LLC and Harwell and Company LLC for 2024 PAYGO resurfacing. 09907, appropriate funds, and 09907 and 09908, appropriating funds in the Capital Improvement Fund and Municipal Government Capital Improvement Fund to Capital Project Animal Shelter. 09909, transfer funds from General Fund Operating to Capital Improvement Fund Capital Project CO855.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? I would like to speak on Resolution 09-909, and it's moving $1.5 million over. And this is a good move in District 3, especially South DIP area. For many, many years, ever since I was a little boy, Mike Dow and Clint Johnson was the council person at that time, have been always hollering about they want a community center in the South VIP area because there's not a community center for kids to really to go to in the area. And that was many moons ago. And today is is another step that we are getting closer to having a community center on South DIP. This will be a community center slash food pantry slash senior center slash boys and girls club. I was out and about this weekend, and one of the residents had stepped up to me from the Maysville community and was talking about that we need another facility in the area for boys and girls clubs, especially since RV have closed down. The kids really have to travel far away. So this is a way where we can try to get another building or a facility in our community, in our area, where the kids can have somewhere decent to go throughout the year, and especially our seniors and really the community at large. So this is a great day for District 3. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passes.
Ordinance is being introduced, 63036.
Per council rules, this will lay over for 1 week.
Consent resolutions being introduced, 03911 through 6919.
Move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of these resolutions as read.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Rules waived.
03911, concur in the reappointment of Dr. Reginald Sykes to the Mobile County Board of Human Resources. 37912 and 913 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license to Stevie's Kitchen Midtown on Florida Street, and for a restaurant retail liquor license to El Patio on Government Boulevard. 58914, assess cost for removal of weeds. Repeat Weedling Group 89. 6915, approve a water special bonus to the engineering and infrastructure employee of the month. 6916, 917, and 918 are determining appropriations to Africa Town Plateau Pacers, Down the Bay Block Club, and Boys and Girls of South Alabama, Municipal 50 Boys Raiders, serves a public purpose and approve payment.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passes.
CIP resolutions being introduced, 08920.
Move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of this resolution as read.
Second.
Properly moving second. In discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Rules waived. Madam Clerk.
CIP resolution 08920, approve purchase order to Advanced Polymer Technology Corp. for resurfacing materials for Medal of Honor Park tennis courts.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. In discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Resolutions being introduced for the first time, 08921 through 37935.
Move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of resolutions 08921, 922, 923, 924, 926, 927, and 930.
Second.
Properly moving second. In discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Madam Clerk.
Resolution 08921, approve purchase order to B&L Cable Construction for conduit for Langen Park irrigation system. 08922, approve purchase order to Carasoft for subscription for critical event discovery software for Gulf Coast Technology Center. 08923, approve purchase order to DXL Enterprises for water rescue dry suits. 08924, approve purchase order to Jerry Pate Turf and Irrigation for chemical applicator. 08925, approve purchase order to Emergency Equipment Professional Inc. for repairs to aerial fire truck.
I believe that one should be
Not
left.
925.
Take that back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got carried away. Disregard 925. 08926, approve purchase order to Furno, Washington, Inc. for preventative maintenance and extended warranty for 5 ambulance cots. 08927, approve purchase order to Global Industries for new furniture for Bill Mobile GIS offices. 08930, approve purchase order to SHI International for renewal of service request management software.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second in the discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Public hearing, call for public hearings. 41-936, call for public hearing to consider the application of Gwendolyn and Darren Clark for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to operate a non-emergency medical transport service scheduled July 22nd.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second in the discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Public hearings are called.
Announcements.
District 5, Councilman Davies.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I would like to announce the schedule for the adoption of the fiscal 2026 budget. We expect to receive from the administration the proposed budget on August 20th. On September 2nd, we'll have a finance committee meeting to review the budget with the finance director. This will be a working session. No public comment will be taken. On September 9th, we will have the public hearing here in these council chambers where public comment will be taken. And we expect to vote on the budget on September 16th so as to meet the mandated deadline of September 20th for adoption of the budget. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Davies. District 2, Councilman Carroll.
Yes, Mr. President, just one announcement this morning. A second round of critical repair funds will be available for District 2. The opening date will be July 14th for applications. That's July 14th. The site for applications will be the Manzi Center on Lafayette and O'Shell Road. That is Lafayette and O'Shell Road, and that's the second source of critical repair, opening July 14th for District 2. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Carroll. District 6, Councilman Woods.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to take a moment to point out 21906 was the pay-as-you-go resurfacing that was approved today. I'm coming from County Commissioner District 3, Randall Dewitt. I want to say thank you to him. He worked closely, I know, and Councilman Reynolds alluded to it last week, worked closely to identify some projects. I just wanted to say thank you to him. Part of that other page-you-go that the county's going to be doing is also the expansion of Cottage Hill over down close to the new public. So that's in the works as well. But I did want to take a moment to say thank you. And also, too, had the opportunity last night to stop by and watch the team work on the repaving of Hillcrest. Pretty amazing. Very interesting to watch. And that's a direct result of pay-as-you-go money coming from County Commissioner Connie Hudson as well. So I want to say thank you to that. And I just want to remind everybody, a lot of times that pay-as-you-go is on the back of the ballot. But it really does pay benefits across the city and the county. So make sure that anytime you vote, you check the back of the ballot to make sure you're not missing something. But that's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Woods. District 4, Councilman Reynolds.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Today we approved the basically moving funds over to fund a animal shelter for our city. It's something that's been needed for a very long time and sort of been a very difficult process to get here. I wasn't involved with all of it along the way, but we set our goals very high at the beginning, and we wanted to build a first-class facility, top of the line in every respect, and make it brand new construction. Turns out the price tag that came back on that was substantially higher than what we had the budget to do. But our current animal shelter is outdated. It is in not a great location, and it's got many issues with it. Capacity is not there, many other things. So we're left with a choice that we can continue to operate out of this facility that is insufficient in many ways and not necessarily meeting the public demands for animal services, or we could wait longer and longer and longer until we can come up with a substantial amount of money to build a brand new facility. I'm glad that we've decided to not let the problem continue to go on and take immediate action on finding a piece of property that's centrally located, and it's already got substantial infrastructure in place that we're not going to have to pay for in a new construction scenario, and sort of retrofit and build some new stuff, it's my understanding, to meet the needs of our citizens in the city. That'll happen beyond this year, but we learned this morning that the architect is engaged currently and is coming up with a new design or plan for it. And then when they come back with it, then we'll enter into some sort of an agreement for plans to be executed. And hopefully we'll be in a good position pricing wise to make this actually happen finally. That's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Reynolds. District 1, Councilman Penn.
Thank you, Mr. President. On yesterday, I had an opportunity to participate in a cleanup day in the Trenton Gardens community. Thank you to all the neighborhood groups that made that happen. And then I want to give a big shout out to Jennifer Green and her team. We met with a group of concerned citizens about the opportunity to expand the Greenway Trail in my district. And so I just want to thank her and her team for coming out on yesterday as well. And then on August the 4th, we will have Cover Your Community. This is an opportunity for you to apply for funding to repair your roof. It will be at the Manzi Center on August the 4th, and it's called Cover Your Community, and this is for District 1 residents. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Penn. District 7, Vice President Gregory.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to follow up on what two of my colleagues have talked about with the critical repair specific days for the district. District 7's day is coming up July 28th. So that will be July 28th is your day in District 7 to go down to the Manzi Center to apply for the critical repair grant monies. I would advise everyone to get there early. Elsewhere in District 7, the Back to School Family Day at the Mobile Museum of Art is coming up this coming Saturday. It is from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. The museum is giving away backpacks filled with school supplies for the first 100 visitors. So that's another one where you need to be out there early. And then on the 16th, which is next week, I will be holding a district meeting, and it too is a back to school meeting where we are asking everyone who comes to bring school supplies. We will be delivering these school supplies to 4 elementary school principals who will be at the meeting that night to receive them. So you'll get your postcards in the mail if you have not received them yet to come to the meeting, and it will list the supplies that are needed by most of the students in elementary schools. We will also have, of course, representatives from the administration to update everyone on issues going on within the community, and a light supper, as always, will be served at these meetings. This is similar to my Christmas in July that I've had before, but we're making this one a back to school in July. And that is all from District 7. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Gregory, and greetings to the citizens of District 3. On this evening, I will be joining 2 community action groups in our district. The first one will be Oakdale Community Action Group, which will meet at Smalls Mortuary at 950 South Broad Street this evening at 5 o'clock p.m. Inviting all the residents in the Oakdale community to please come out this evening to our monthly Community Action Group meeting. And then at 6 o'clock p.m., I will be at the Riverside Community Action Group meeting at the First Precinct, which is located on Dolphin Island Parkway. And I'm inviting all the citizens in the Riverside area, basically South DIP area, to please come out this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. to see exactly what's going on in our community. And I'm inviting all the citizens, not only just South DIP, but District 3, to the mayoral forum. Revitalize DIP and Food Champ is sponsoring a mayoral forum, on Tuesday, July the 22nd at BC Rain High School. The time will be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Again, inviting all the residents of District 3 and especially South DIP area to please come out on January the 22nd. All 4 mayoral candidates, they agreed to be present at that forum. I'm sorry, I'm reading two or three different things. But again, that will be Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Okay? Anything from the administration?
Motion to adjourn.
Been properly moved and second in discussion. All in favor? All